Chapter 27. Moment of Truth. He lowered them and read at once. I cannot judge Ava wrong for mistreating you any further. You are so irresponsible that you cannot turn and say sorry to someone you stumbled while moving. You look to be sensible, but I discovered that you are simply an idiot coward. Ava dumped you because she finally saw no future in you. If I were she, I would have poisoned you before leaving, such that you do not sow your fake seeds elsewhere. Arrow, I hate you with all my heart. I tried aborting this swarm of yours thrice and failed. Cassius found out that the pregnancy was not his and left me. Look at how you ruined innocent women's future. You yearned for me. I yearned for you. I thought you are perfect. I did not know that every man you yearn for, there is a woman running away from him. You ruin women's lives wherever you pass. Make sure you treat Ivy fairly, for she is not like other women. If you ever make her cry, I'll pluck those round eyes out and boil them for my puppy. When this refugee inside me is out, pick it immediately before I throw it away. I do not want to see you again. Actually, send Ivy to pick it because I might kill you on the spot, you bastard. So down with Ivy and live a honorable life. Arrow cramped up the letter and tore it into pieces, then he flushed it away from the toilet. Ivy was there watching him in a deep red sea of shame. He felt so shy, then he said goodbye to her and drove home. He felt the world running on his head and entered the bed. He just realized that he had 3 women. That evening, Arrow went to see Harper. He was surprised to see Sammy hugging her. He coughed at them and laughed at once as they turned to see him. They were happy he was back alive and kicking. The liquor bottles darkened the table as the 3 sat for drinks. He asked them to narrate how they got cozy at last. Harper was blushing as Sammy turned the barrel towards him. He called Arrow a tristar while dazzling eyes at Harper. They congratulated him upon his phenomenal success in the arena, the top scorer of the National Women's League, and the 3 bottles were empty. Sammy warned him that Cassius was madly looking for a man who wronged his woman and was ready to strangle that shameless man. He added that Ava might not hold the secret forever because the baby's appearance continued to change in respect to its father's image, especially the round eyes, and if Atticus ever thought about it, Arrow's family might not see his grave. Harper added that Arrow might not survive no matter what, because he first snatched Ava from Cassius as he intervened that it was Ali, not Cassius. The 2 giggled at their friend, then Sammy explained that he met Ava in her 3rd year. She had been seeing Cassius for a full year, then Sammy got her until Cassius fell into them. He added that after the internship, Ava became wild with men. She met as many as possible and lost respect for them. I wanted to marry her, but Cassius was ever around. Ava dumped all the threads that linked her to other men when she found the crazy one, Arrow said, who turned her world upside down. Sammy added that Ava finally faced Cassius and told him that she loved Arrow, no one else. Cassius kept this at heart and went back to campus, from where he landed on Nina. Cassius washed Nina with money that made her run crazy, only that he was so rude and jealous. He was ever at her neck asking where she was always. He at times slapped her whenever she delayed to return home. All happened at her, but she stayed with him because the previous boyfriend before Cassius was even worse. The man was old, barbaric, disrespectful, and demanded a child with Nina. The girl's love life was generally miserable. She thought all men were tough. She rented a private room for resting and deceived Cassius that she had extensions at work. This was the period Nina encountered Arrow bowing to his wife and wondered if such men really existed. She fought tooth and nail to get him. However, Arrow was more of a woman than a man was. He needed to be catered for, loved, and seduced, a thing that disappointed Nina so much. At this time, Sammy sipped a bottle of wine while Harper took over. She said that Nina loathed Arrow more than other men because he never provided for her, yet it was a man's responsibility to do so. She added that Nina still loved Arrow, but pretended because Cassius permeated her solemnly, but she never turned out the man responsible. Arrow took a bottle of liquor, Quete, as Sammy picked up from there. He narrated that dodging Cassius was somehow possible, but for Atticus it was practically impossible because he knew Arrow very well and could do anything to harm him if discovered the truth, because Ava used to chew Atticus's money far back before and after getting Arrow. Ava used to lend Arrow money from Atticus, and this man defaulted all the time. They were getting drunk at this point. Arrow told them that Sammy forgot that he was from seeing Ivy. She was the sweetest woman on the universe. He drank again, then told the two to thank him for bringing them together. Harper opposed that they knew each other before, but Sammy was obsessed with Ava, and when he lost, he turned to Ivy, who looked away. He then xeroxed to her. The table shook as the three spat out truth only. While still mocking each other, Cassius touched Arrow's shoulder, and silence zipped up their lips.